I got a phone call just from the baseball coach in Singapore, saying, hey, look, one of our players was admitted to Princeton. He'll be coming in the fall. He's got a little different story. He's a little older. He's actually spent the last 2 years as a combat diver in the Singapore Navy. He had to fulfill his military obligation.
Growing up, going through middle school and high school, I played baseball all the time. And it was always going to be my dream to try to play baseball at the college level. Going through high school, I trained, I practiced, I played as much as I could. But of course, all the while, I knew that after graduating high school, I would have to enlist in the Singapore Armed Forces. And so in Singapore, every Singaporean man is required to serve 2 years of military service. And so after graduating high school, I enlisted into the Naval Diving Unit of the Republic of Singapore Navy, where I was trained as a combat diver. And so during what ended up being 2.5 years of military service, the focus for me really was not on baseball at all. It was on our training, it was on performing, it was on staying healthy, and doing everything I could in my role in the Navy to try to contribute whatever I could to our country.
Because he is a little bit older than some of the guys, he really is a resource to the younger players. I'll say, hey Max, what time did you have to get up when you were in the military? What did you have to do? So I think our guys can look on the other side of the locker room, and when they see Max, it makes it a little harder to complain about having to get up early or having to work, or just what he's gone through at this point in his life.
Two experiences that really stand out in particular are Hell Week for one, which was 102 hours of almost nonstop physical exercise, interspersed with a total of 3 hours of sleep throughout. And the second experience would be the 7 weeks I spent on board a landing ship tank, sailing from Singapore to South Korea, to Vietnam, to Indonesia, to Malaysia, and then finally back to Singapore. And throughout it all, going through national service just really helped me grow and change as a person.
And he's just so disciplined in his approach to life. He's so disciplined in everything that he does, and he just came in and worked and got to the point now where, Max is one of our main guys, behind the plate and in our lineup, and he just continues to improve as a player all the time.
I was just hoping to be able to contribute in any small way. I was hoping to fit in with the guys. I was hoping to be able to stick around, to be able to play baseball. And so going through national service was definitely one of the most meaningful experiences of my life. It was tremendous. I changed so much as a person throughout. I grew stronger mentally, far more stronger physically, and that I think is what gave me a chance to be able to play college baseball at all. And so for that, that's just another reason why I'm grateful for my military service.